We're rolling. Got the tropical update just around the corner here. Think everybody's good. We're gooch. Are we good? We're good. Think everybody's groovy. Thursday morning. Wow. Got here in a hurry. Toby was back there, but he left me. The dog loves me, but sometimes he doesn't. Sometimes he takes off. Happy Thursday, everybody. I'm Chief Meteorologist Tom Sorrells. Well, I used to be Chief. Now I'm just Meteorologist Tom Sorrells, I suppose. Hanging out here at the studio, the home studio with Freddie, the Flamingo, ready to update the tropics as you take a look at the Atlantic right now. Wave after wave after wave, trying to do something. The big problem is that there's not enough lift in the atmosphere. There has been a lot of dry air, dust in the way. We'll discuss all that. Everyone's hyped up on the dust. But in the last few days, the hype has gone the other way, away from dust. Hey, Mitchell Sorrells is watching. I'm right down the hall, babe. If you want me, come find me. Or not. Hey, everybody's been hyped up about the dust for the longest time. And every time we talk, I tell you that the dust is going to end up not mattering. And latest big topic of conversation would be that the Euro is starting to smell activity. But if you look at this graphic that I have up right now, the big time swing from the overnight hours of the infrared to the visible satellite imagery, and you see all these big waves coming off the coast of Africa, still devoid of any big activity. There's a little bit of lift right here in the upper levels of the atmosphere. Around the Bahamas, that's not a big deal. It's not coming this way. Hey, Rick Twos, happy most underrated day of the week to you, my brother. Ben DeVito is watching too. Susan Jackson Hutchinson's watching. And Rico, Rich Burns is here too. Rico Suave. What's up, Rico? Good to see you, man. Hey, anyway, back to the Atlantic and the tropics. Not a whole lot happening yet. You're going to hear a lot of hype, a lot of talk. Oh, my gosh. Hey, Susan, thank you for being here, love. As I said 3 weeks ago, it'd be 4 weeks ago tomorrow. It happened in a hurry. First month of permanent vacation has been kind of weird, man. I'm shaving about once a week. I've been swimming every other day or so. I've ridden the Harley maybe 3 or 4 times. And my yard is looking better. It's about to kill me trying to replace the sod. Pulled a muscle yesterday. I could talk about it forever. Anyway, things are good. Things are good being here on permanent vacation. But back to the tropics real quick. Oh, anyway, as I said, 3.5 weeks ago, almost 4 weeks ago, I'm getting off the 11. I don't have to come in and do the grind anymore, but I'll always talk to you. I'll be here on social media, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram. That's about it. I'll do Insta some, I'll do TikTok some, I'll do Facebook all the time. I think those are my big ones. Cameron Spence is watching. Hey, Linda Vaughn Amon. How you doing, Linda? Thank you for being here. Anyway, back to the Atlantic. You see the sun coming up, and we switch over from the infrared shot overnight to the visible satellite imagery. And I love the way you can tell the texture of the waves that are coming. For the most part, none of those are impressive. And here at home, down close in the state of Florida, we've got significant cloud cover that the sunshine can beat through. You see the flow kind of coming in from the northeast. Whoa. Got to be careful when I move that cursor. I blew my screen out. Don't do that, Tom. So the activity here is not conducive to big-time rain today until late in the evening. With the East Coast sea breeze kicking in, and everything will change. But the tropics are what we want to focus on. Now, according to the Hurricane Center, no tropical cyclone development expected in the next 7 days. Back in the days of TV, I would always pop this up and go, hey, it's my favorite graphic. Love this graphic. Could watch it all day long. But even though there's nothing set to develop in the next 7 days, you see wave after wave trying to come off the coast of Africa. So what we're doing now is we're heading into a time when all of a sudden something will develop. They'll go from, hey, Tiffany Gervais, they'll go from having 7 days here with nothing developing to circling up something going, well, in the next 7 days, a 20% shot, this could develop. Reason I believe that, a few reasons. A, I don't believe the dust is shutting everything down. No, it's dusty. I know it's keeping things from going. But the real big differential is that the Madden-Julian oscillation has not moved through. In other words, there's sinking air all across the basin of the Atlantic right now, which means we get graphics like this. Next 7 days, nothing happening. But as you watch it, you see that big open gap right there. This big open gap. in the middle of the Atlantic with nothing going on. Sinking air, you see a little orange haze to it, a little dusty look to it right there, north of the Bahamas, north and west. All of that's the dust, the dry air in place. And so for that reason, not much going on yet. But once we get one of those waves to bubble, we get the lift coming on. The MJO comes over the Atlantic. It gives us the rising air. Bingo! Things are going to fire right up. So August 1st is soon. Today is the 25th? Yeah, 25th. We're a week away from August, basically. 6 days out from August. A week from now, August 1st. See ya. Yeah, next Thursday is August 1st. So all of a sudden, boom, flip the switch. Dr. Gray used to always ring the bell. I want to say he rang that bell August 6th, maybe? I'll have to look that up. Confer with Dr. Phil Klotzbach about that. He always puts the picture out of he and Dr. Gray when Dr. Gray was ringing that bell to start the meat of the hurricane season. So just know, August, September, and most of October, August, September, October, those 3 months are going to be hyperactive. This kind of dead zone in the Atlantic, that is not going to be there. All this discussion of the dust, the dust, boom, people will shut up. That's going to go away so quick, no one's going to mention it once we get the lift going and we get a few waves going. It's been really dusty. It's been really hot. It's been really dusty. But the ocean is hot and primed. And once the lifting air comes through, we get a couple of storms going and people go, oh yeah, look, storm, boom, gobbled up the dust. That's all it's going to take. Weather Nerds has the modeling out. These are the Euro signatures, early runs. This is what you'll hear a lot of goobers talking about, globbing onto the fact that all the initialization of the Euro brings that wave over and brings it towards Florida in about a week and a half. Which, cool, whatever. But if we go to my pro site here on AccuWeather and show you the GFS, you see the activity all the way through. The GFS got nothing. Nada. Not a thing. Hey, Murray, Charles Byers. Great to hear my voice. I appreciate that because I'm one of those weird dudes who I don't really love my own voice. Which is always the insult that drove me nuts the most because they would say, yes, you can ask me anything, Melissa Riley. Ask away. People would get pissed off during tornado warnings, and they'd write and say, oh my gosh, you just love to hear yourself talk. Actually, I don't. That's why I don't wear a headset. I can help it. Why is the rain staying more centralized and not coming across to you on the coast? Most of our rain showers have not been driven by a front, have not been driven by a low. Most of our rain showers have been east and west coast sea breeze driven. So you're on the immediate coast. It takes a minute, takes some time for the sea breeze to kick in and lift, and the big line of rain normally happens across the interior when the two hit and get enough lift to produce the big storms. So for that reason, by the time it pushes back toward the west or the east coast, you don't end up with much. And so it's hit or miss on the coast. Well, I've had rain here at Casa de Sorrels in southwest Orange County each of the last 3 days. Does lightning really cause fires? Yes, Melissa, lightning really can cause fires. Quite often we'll get enough lift. Good morning, Debbie Murphy in Ocala. I love Ocala. I need to get up there. Haven't been to Ocala in a while now. Need to get back to Marion County. Kids and I used to camp out up there with the Indian Princess program. We love some Ocala. Back to the lightning causing fires, Melissa. It does indeed. And so that's part of the problem in a dry situation. You're praying for rain, thunderstorms start, and you get a lightning strike, and boom, it'll hit a tree. The tree starts to burn, sets up the fire. You get a muck fire, get a big thunderstorm going over a swamp. It'll strike the ground and light up that dry mud, and it starts to burn. It burns underneath the surface in the muck, and it's a mess. And then you can't get enough rain to put it out. So it's a real mess. But yes, that's one of the bad things about Central Florida's weather is that when we get dry, the start of the rainy season or trying to get the rainy season going, quite often lightning strikes will start big fires. There's not much you can do about it except pray. Misty Dawn. Hey, Misty Dawn, how are you? Freddie Flamingo's right here. Toby was here too. Toby was in the office with me right up until I started talking, and he bolted. I don't know why or where he went. For those of you just tuning in, we're talking the tropics today because it's Tropical Thursday. What is Thursday? Thursday, single most underrated day of the week. It's my favorite day. Or at least it used to be. Now that I'm on like permanent vacation, I don't know, man. I don't know. Wise old man told me one time that once you retire or you're not working, every day is Saturday, except for Sunday, which is still Sunday. But it's kind of strange. Finished up the 4th week of not having to wear a suit or a tie. I've not had a tie or a suit on now since the 28th. Are you still doing the radio weather? No. The radio stations I was doing, if you ever heard me on the radio, those are CBS stations. And so that's part of the gig at the powerful KMG. If you're going to work at WKMG, you have to do radio for the CBS affiliates. And so that was not a deal with Tom Sorrells. That was a deal with the station. So there you go, Tiffany. I will not do radio weather. And I used to do radio weather in Michigan. That was a Tom Sorrells deal. But after 10 years, they went with someone else. I was tired of doing it. They wanted me to get up in the morning and do it. I'm like, no, not doing that. So I think they went with AccuWeather. Who cares? Good morning from India Atlantic on the Space Coast. Okay, look. Sharon, all you have to say is good morning from India Atlantic. I know where you are. I know where that is, sure. I suppose everyone watching Talk to Tom here does not know that. Has it set in that you're retired? No, I'm not really retired per se. I'm retired from doing the 11 and the newscast. I'm retired from WKMG. I'm not retired in life. So back to that, someone popped off. One of my friends from Detroit's like, thought you retired. What are you doing talking about the weather? Just talking about the weather. Just getting on talking to my friends here about the weather. I will always do what I do. I just won't do it on TV anymore. So I'll be here on Talk to Tom. I'll be on TikTok, although I haven't posted a TikTok in a while. Betty Skillion's watching. Hey, Betty. Hi, honey. How are you? Betty is the mother of my boy, Devin Skillion. So, Betty, thank you for tuning in, love. Betty lives down here with me. Devin lives in Detroit City, although I think he's at the Olympics. The Olympics start tomorrow. They've kind of already started, soccer and rugby and all that stuff, but the opening ceremony is tomorrow. Hey, Joe, what's up, brother? Up there in Palm Coast, you doing good, my man? I wore my vest just the other day, out touring on the motorcycle. Every day I ride the Harley, I put the vest on because I'm riding in fairly comfortable, safe territory. The vest kind of scares me if I'm riding through long distances through outlaw territory. I always worry that they're not going to dig or understand that I'm in a firefighter's club, not some nasty gang that swings an axe. So I always wonder, is it smart for me to be wearing this vest? But I wear it all the time anyway. And if I'm not running with you guys, if I'm not riding along with 12 of you guys, it might not be the smartest thing, but I do okay. They don't bother me. So far, they haven't bothered me. I've heard stories, but they haven't bothered me. Yeah, knock on wood, all that stuff. All right, back to the tropics real quick. If you're just now tuning in, a lot of folks are joining late, I know. So I've got 27 of you on the line with me right now. Tropics are quiet for the moment, but showing signs of coming back to life. Here's a quick look of everything from the Keys all the way across to the coast of Africa. Big wave trying to come off the coast right now. Appears to be dissipating a bit. But some of those little pockets are showing some energy. And I think eventually we may circle one of them up. So far, the National Hurricane Center is not circling up anything. Not at all. Nothing out there. Next 7 days, all quiet. Weather nerds with the initialization of the Euros, it's the latest one, I downloaded it this morning, has the tracks going on showing something coming into Florida, but it keeps the pressure at about 1,011 millibars. So that would not be a big deal. 1,011, 1,007, 1,002, still not that big a deal. So I would think that we are not in store for anything rocking just yet. And the ProSite on AccuWeather shows the next several days all the way through a week from Sunday. Quiet on the GFS. So I'm thinking we're okay till about, August the 6th or so. By August the 6th, I think we're going to have big name systems out there in the Atlantic. Or if not big name systems, big stuff going on. Oh, good for him. Christian's doing weather spotting. Awesome. Donnie Dixon is watching from Springfield, Tennessee. What's up, Donnie, my man? Thank you for tuning in to Talk to Tom. Donnie has known me since I was about 14. Well, maybe 16. When does it become a big deal? Yeah, once the pressure drops to about 1,000 millibars and below, we start to really have something that could have formed 998, 992. Millibar's in that zone. Look out. Oh my gosh, we got big trouble right here in River City. I don't know anything about the ice causing the earth to spin slower. I don't know what you're talking about. I'd have to look that up. Lisa, what's up, Lisa Hall? What's up, girlfriend? How are you? Please send more rain to Smyrna Beach. Hey, but it rained the other day, right? Because I got the message from you. You finally did get some rain ongoing, which is interesting because I kept wondering when you guys are going to get your rain, and I guess you finally did. Wow, that looks really fuzzy on my end. Question for you. Oh, August the 7th. No, Joey, I will not be around. I will be on vacation with Familia. The family's going to be here, so I won't be able to show up. Sorry. But one of these days, now that I have, more free time, chances are I will show up over there for you. And everything will go the correct and right way. I'd love to show up at a meeting, surprise everybody. Act like, I'm actually a true fellow retired student. My day's not getting depressed that school is starting back up. Lisa, it's weird. Lisa is just retired from teaching in the Orange County school systems. I do know that. And people ask me, are you depressed yet? And I don't feel depressed yet. No, I don't feel anything really. I don't know what that means. But I'm not sad. People like, you sad? You miss it? Well, not yet. In August, give me another month from now when the hurricanes are coming one right after the other. Okay, Joe, I'm honored that you guys will still have me do the 9/11 ceremony. It means a lot to me. I'd love to do it. I don't know if you want a has-been. I once was. I can still turn it into my friends at the Powerful KMG, and they'll probably pimp it for us. But, yeah, if you still want me, I'll still be there. Absolutely. Absolutely. It's my longest ride of the year. I ride all the way to Palm Coast. We do like 50 miles or something, or 100 miles. Seems like forever. Through the slow backwoods, and then we hit the coast, come down, hit a lunch spot, and then we're done. It's an awesome day to honor the folks who lost their lives and served us in 9/11. 6 miles from OA and Kissimmee get rain every day. Yeah, Tiff, we have. The last 3 days we've gotten a bunch of rain. Just a bunch. Copious amounts of rain across Orange and Osceola counties in the last several days. Oh, you're near OIA and you have not had rain? Wow, that's weird. West side's getting the rain. West side of Orange County, not the east, I guess, because I'm getting walked on just about every single day. Indeed we are. We want you as long as you want to do it. Thanks, Joe. It's kind of you to say. But, in the future, you might want to get a big star. You might. So, don't commit because you might need a star. You might need somebody on who can promote. Although, here on Talk to Tom, we'll continue to blow this up. So, there you go. All right. Any other questions for me? Ask about anything you want to ask about, from lightning to hurricanes to, where's Toby? Toby's down the hall. Not doing much. He is not doing much. No rain at all in Melbourne. Well, we talked about that a few minutes ago. It's been strange for the folks on the coast who aren't getting any rain at all. So far, it's all been East Coast sea breeze driven. Showers collide. Amy Scott is watching. I almost went Ann Scott. Who's Amy Scott? Do I know you, Amy? Any kin to Ann Scott? I think not. I had a friend in high school named Debbie Scott. That's not you either. Thank you, Melissa. It's kind of you to say in Port Orange, and it seems the rain goes around us. Yeah, it's crazy. I know it drives people over there nuts. You've had lots of rain in Ormond. The way it slid that way, that's awesome. Love that Ormond's getting rain, because there have been times, please believe, when I've had to put up with people from Ormond Beach just dying, calling me every day. When's my rain? When's my rain? When's my rain? My buddy George used to live over there. God rest his soul. He was always concerned about why he wasn't getting the rain. And he was a meteorologist. Howie in the Hills seems to get dark lightning and thunder, but no rain. Wow. I can't believe Howie's there. True, Joey. It's a chance for people to come out and see us and commemorate 9/11. True, I love it. It's one of my favorite events of the year. All right, real quick, back to the tropics. If you're just tuning in, we've got wave after wave trying to build in. We got the pool of dust still out there, not going away just yet. It's been a very dusty summer so far. Again, you give me 2 weeks, I think the first big storm wipes out most of that dust. It will saturate the atmosphere and blow most of that away. For now, not much happening, although on Weather Nerds, we're at the models here. See those little initializations? Those are for the Euro. Put some of that activity into the state of Florida. That'd be big rain. That'd be some rain for everyone by the middle of next, when does this verify? I think it verified. There you go. Sunday. A week from Sunday is when we have that low coming through here. Not this Sunday, but a week from. And you're going to hear a lot of talk about that. People get all excited when something comes our way. But for now, no big tropical development ongoing. So we're still quiet. But August. Hi, Diana. How are you, love? Said Joe. All right. Thank you very much for tuning in. I'm going to wrap this sucker up. If you need anything, holler. We'll be here all the time. Talk to Tom. Coming to you every Tuesday, Thursday, maybe Friday too. Maybe. And then we're going to start doing every day probably in August. Trying to get back on the chain gang. Trying to get something steady going. If you want to tune in here, you can. If you want to check us out on YouTube, you can check us out there too. Because I'm simulcasting this at the same time. Facebook or YouTube. As long as I don't have to evacuate. Well, it depends on where you live, Shirley. I don't know the deal with your house. But for the most part, we shelter in place here. If you have a house on the coast that is not in a flood zone, I would say bunker in right there. Take cover in your own home. Do not get on the road for the most part. If you're in an area, Donnie, you have a good time too. I can't believe you stuck with me. We didn't even do any Tennessee weather. I will from time to time. It's stormy there. I'll check it out and throw Tennessee on too. I would say if you're close to the coast and you're in a zone that floods, yes, you have to run from the water. You shelter from the wind, bunker in, close everything down tight, and hang on. But if you have the potential to flood, Penny Lincoln is here. Hey, Penny Lincoln. Penny Lincoln's also a Tennessee girl who lives in Florida. What's up? Your last name now is different. Penny Lincoln Branch. You've been through some changes, girlfriend. You have. You came to Florida and changed your whole life. How long have you been here now? Seriously. Have you been here 15 years? I bet you have. I bet it's been 12, 15 years you've been here. All right, you have a great day too. Linda Buttery is watching. Hey, Linda, thank you for tuning in. Anyway, back to my story there. If you have a situation where you live close to the coast, you're going to be inundated with water, yeah, you got to evacuate. You got to run from the water. But you need to just shelter from the wind. If you have a house that's hurricane approved, if you've survived the season so far, chances are your house is going to hang in there. But if you're in the threat of flooding, you got to get out. Water's bad news. It's not the wind. It's the water most of the time. Now, if we were to get a huge Category 4 storm that came slamming in from the east, well, yeah, okay, that's different. We'd evacuate a lot more people. But for the most part, a Cat 1, Cat 2, we're going to lock it down. Yes, moved here January of 2009. It's so great to see you, too. Thank you, Penny Lincoln. I appreciate that. Do you ever talk to our friend Michelle back home in Tennessee? Still buds? Lady who hooked us up together? I don't talk to her much, so I don't know how she's doing. Hope she's well. Liza Rebecca is here too. Hey, Liza Rebecca. All right, I'm gonna wrap this up. Been on long enough. I think I don't even know how long I've been on. I don't have my clock running, but it's been a minute. Tropics. One more time. Let me show what's happening there. Kind of quiet all the way across the Atlantic. A wave or two coming off the coast of Africa does show potential. According to some models, are trying to become a low. Timmy Doyle, what's up, brother man? Tim's here for the wrap up. Have a great day. Enjoy the retirement, a.k.a. Saturdays. It's kind of weird not having to go to the station, not wear a suit, not wear a tie. But I'm here. Trying to maintain. Having AC trouble. Good thing I'm home all day to mess with that for my wife. Rich Burns is here, my man. We need to hook up Rico. We need lunch. We need lunch. Yes, we do. All right, that's it for now. I'll be back. Thank you for listening to Talk to Tom. Tuning in, listening to me. I do appreciate you more than you'll ever know. And if you need anything, just holler, because I am here. Always in my pocket, 24/7. I will see you soon. Peace.